ruled out anything man could have done, but they couldn't rule out genetics. Generali said Cigar needed to be where his fans could visit. They were right. He arrived May the 2nd of 1999. He stole center stage. 1 million people a year grace these grounds to take a look at this mighty horse. What they come to see is the thoroughbred of the decade of the 1990s. The horse which was inducted into the Thoroughbred Racing Hall of Fame August the 2nd of 2002. And I want you to remember that 20 to 50,000 thoroughbreds were registered every single year for 100 years straight. That's hundreds of thousands of thoroughbreds making up the 20th century. Ladies and gentlemen, people come to see the 18th greatest racehorse of that entire era. You came to see good horses, we'd like to apologize. All we've got are great horses. This, perhaps the greatest. The top all-time money-winning thoroughbred in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Cigar. That race is over. This champion's here. Give Sergeant Pepper Feature a great big welcome, if you will, please. Conformation. How the horse is built. You notice the American saddlebred, upright, heads up, alert. The thoroughbred, long, lean, graceful. Look at this horse, especially this hind quarter. Tremendous muscling. That's what drives the American quarter horse from 0 to over 50 miles an hour in under 3 seconds. Now, as you wonder about the care given these horses, why don't you look this horse over real well? I want you to remember he's 25 years old. Pretty good condition, huh? Born February the 1st of 1978 in the great state of New Mexico, owned and bred by Tom Neff, Colorado City, Texas. Sired by Truckle Feature, who set the world record for the quarter mile in 1973. His dam is Marketina, one of the fastest sprinting quarter mile running thoroughbreds in history. Positively bred to run, but first 7 times out of the starting gate, Sergeant Pepper Feature did nothing. Mike Robbins, his trainer, believed he had potential, but Tom Neff said, "Send him home, Mike. We're going to make a ranch horse out of him." Mike said, "Oh, please give him just a little more time. Let's see what he can do." Mike was very pleased with the decision he made that day because by the end of Sergeant Pepper Feature's 2-year-old season, he had already earned his Register of Merit. Very first title a racing American quarter horse can earn. By the end of his 3-year-old season, Sergeant Pepper Feature had tied the record for the...
Shoemaker now sends John Henry on the outside. John Henry has taken the lead. John Henry now taking the lead. Oh, here he is. What are you going to? John Henry.
He is not a living legend. He's the living legend. Ladies and gentlemen, give John Henry a great big welcome. Be not afraid of greatness. Ladies and gentlemen, March 9th of 1975 on Golden Chance Farm in Paris, Kentucky, this little horse was born with 3 strikes against him. Strike 1, he's too small. He stands 15.1 hands tall. That is quite small for a thoroughbred. Strike 2, his bloodline showed very little promise. His sire is old Bob Bowers. His dam is once double, and their entire lifetime claim to fame is this horse. Strike 3. If you've ever read anything about him, it's true. John Henry has a bad attitude. You're looking at a thoroughbred which sold to the Keeneland January mixed sale as a yearling for $1,100, which is a pitiful price for a thoroughbred. He changed owners numerous times because nobody could get along with him. And in May of 1978, he was purchased sight unseen over the telephone by a gentleman who had never owned a horse before in his life. The world thought Sam Rubin was crazy. Little John won a couple of claiming races for his new owner. Proved that he likes to run on the grass, the turf track. Ran for about 1.5 years on the East Coast, did remarkably well, and Sam Rubin's friends spoke up and they said, "Sam, you got a turf course there. Ship him west." Turf racing is a lot more lucrative, and it's run year-round on the West Coast. In late 1979, John Henry found himself in California. Had a brand new trainer called Ron McAnally who vowed to train him on apples, carrots, and lots of love. Had brand new jockeys some people felt knew just a little bit about horse racing. You be the judge. Early on, it was Willie Shoemaker. Later on, it was Christian Ferry. Know what happened to the little horse with the bad attitude and not much in the way of bloodlines? Look at him, what could he do? Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at the horse that rewrote the thoroughbred history books. John Henry has won more graded stakes races than any other thoroughbred in the history of the sport. He's the only horse ever to win the Arlington Million twice, the Hollywood Invitational 3 times. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a horse which holds 7 Eclipse Awards. Only one thoroughbred in history ever had more. That was the Mighty Forgo with 8. John Henry was Horse of the Year twice, champion Older Male once, champion Turf Male 4 times. Think about it. Do you know the name of the horse that first won 3 million, 4 million, 5 million? Yeah, the little horse with the bad attitude and not much in the way of bloodlines. It sold for $1,100 as a yearling. Retired July 28th of 1985 with over $6.5 million to his credit. From March of 1982 until late 1988, John Henry was the top all-time money-winning thoroughbred in the world. He's number 7 on the list now, but he's still the richest gelding ever. And ladies and gentlemen, he positively wasn't afraid of greatness. He's Thoroughbred of the Decade of the 1980s. He was inducted into the Thoroughbred Racing Hall of Fame in 1990. And remember all those thoroughbreds of the 20th century? Top 25 is a very elite crew. It's headed up by Man of War, Secretariat, Citation. Number 25 is Seabiscuit. That movie will be out in July, and it's well worth seeing, guaranteed. Well, that top 25 is a very elite crew. Of that top 25, only 2 horses are still living today. One you've already met, his name's Cigar. And then there's number 23, the little horse with a bad attitude and not much in the way of bloodlines. It's now 28 years young. It's 92 in human terms, and you can ask Kenny. He's still going.
Western Dreamer.
April 25th of 1994 on Kentuckiana Farm in Georgetown, Kentucky. Western Dreamer was born. Sired by Western.
Cayuse Indian Pony.
It is thought that the Cayuse Indian Pony may have begun from Spanish horses brought into Mexico by the conquistadors. It is also believed that there was a direct infusion of French Norman blood from Canada, because the Cayuse Indian Pony does differ somewhat both in color and in conformation from the original Spanish horses. The Cayuse Indian Pony is known for lots of color. This breed is noted to have influenced many of today's paints and pintos. This breed helped to reestablish the Appaloosa breed. Most of the Cayuse Indian ponies of today are found with the Mustang birds of the American Northwest, exactly where Teton began his life roaming wild. He arrived on the Kentucky Horse Park at the age of 3, virtually untouched by human hands, and through the... You still don't understand the blend between Great Britain and this horse, do you? Look at the young lady. Do you know who she is? That's right, if you're a historian. Ohio. She took her stage name from an area near Cincinnati, Ohio, where she made her debut as a sharpshooter. She worked vaudeville shows and special shooting matches throughout the eastern portion of the United States until April of 1885. That's when in Louisville, Kentucky, she joined one special show. The show she opted for specifically because of the exquisite care given to our show without a very reasonable, the 21st century breed with the can-do spirit, courtesy of Kieran Leininger of the great state of Illinois. Please make welcome Arena, the Oldenburg, and Megan. During the 17th century in Oldenburg, Germany, a very strong carriage horse was desired. The that area began with Frisian bloodlines. They added Neapolitan and Barb, and soon the much sought-after characteristics began to emerge. The Oldenburg residents were so proud of their new creation that they were more than happy to give it the name of its native land, and thus was born the Oldenburg carriage horse. Oldenburg carriage horse? Ultimate carriage horse of the 17th century? Well, time marched on. Automation came into being. True carriage horses were no longer absolutely necessary. At that time, thoroughbred and Norman blood was added, and the Oldenburg began to change into an all-purpose saddle horse. Today, the Oldenburg is considered to be one of the tallest and one of the heaviest of the European warm bloods, a breed of horse averaging 16.5 to 17.5 hands tall, and generally weighing in excess of 1,200 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, watch her style. This mare is good. You like her, let her know. Arena is just a bit more refined than many of the Oldenburgs, and yet she still carries good, strong legs, a nice, deep heart girth, a well-muscled back. The Oldenburg tends to mature fairly early. They have a very gentle disposition, and yet a very bold nature. It is the size, conformation, and disposition of the Oldenburg that today allows them to function exceptionally well before the finest carriages of Europe. They have the strength and the stamina necessary for three-day eventing, called the 21st century breed with a can-do spirit. Ladies and gentlemen, Arena and Megan. Favorite traveler, that's Joe. Followed by Solomon Grundy, the noble Tricaner, and Mandy. A sweet Dixie Knight, the Tennessee walking horse, and Kate. Pretty boy, the Appaloosa, and Anna.
Oh, that's cute.
Nick's Little Blue, the Rocky Mountain horse, and Amanda. Teton, the famed Cayuse Indian pony of the Great Northwest, and Miss Annie Oakley. And Arena, the Oldenburg, and Megan. As they line up down that center line, we heard what you said. You have not seen your favorite breed? Why don't you run next door and see if they still have any tickets left on the English saddle, the miniature donkey, or this beautiful Western saddle sitting right here next to the announcer stand. As they line up, you're saying thank y'all for joining us. We hope you enjoy your day, and they're coming to ringside, so come on down and meet them.
Can't really see anything.
Oh, I thought you meant like real right.
You're pretty. Hmm? You're a pretty thing. Huh?
What's your name?
I can't pronounce it.
Okay. Come here, baby.
You can't see its head.
Let me try.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, no, we have to go on the back.
Well,